This right here is what my dreams look like. We are keeping on the theme of delicious food, joined by Chef Julian Bond, a judge for the Canadian Cheese Grand Prix. We have quite the spread in front of us. Tell us first what the Canadian Cheese Grand Prix is.
The Canadian Cheese Grand Prix is in its 9th edition, and I like to call it's a celebration of Canada's finest cheese. It really is. We have some of our champions here from over 27 categories. So these, basically we tasted 286 cheeses over 2 days. It's a lot of cheese, but it was awesome. It really was. It was really good. And out of that, we distinguished a champion for each category. And after that, we then put all the champions together on one large table, and we retested it one more time. This was like my favorite job in the entire world.
I bet.
Ultimately to pick our grand champion. So the grand champion of the 2015 Canadian Cheese Grand Prix is...
Drumroll.
This one is La Liberté by Fromagerie de Presbytère. It's from Quebec, and absolutely stunning. Now, people say, do you eat the rind or not eat the rind? Are you a rind eater or not a rind eater?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. The answer is yes.
Yes, I eat the rind.
So long as it's not like a waxy rind or a cloth-bound rind, then you know, cheese is designed to be eaten with the rind attached.
Okay.
And you're going to see why this is a grand champion. It's 100% Canadian milk. All these cheeses, the whole competition, has to be made with 100% dairy Canadian milk. Man. But look how creamy that is. Put your little pinky in there.
So good. Just stick my finger in
there?
there?
Go on,
okay,
I'm sorry. That's not, there you go, and try that.
That is really good.
Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing?
Oh, that is really good.
That's why it's our grand champion.
There's a very fragrant cheese on this table right now. Can you point that one out to me?
The smelliest cheese on this table, can you believe it or not, is the one you just ate.
Really?
And that's the myth. You know, people think when you smell this stinky cheese, or you smell a cheese, like, oh my gosh, it's going to taste like that.
Did
it taste like that?
Not at all.
That's from the stinky cheese. Can you believe that?
No, that is really interesting.
People think sometimes it's the blue cheese.
I thought it was the blue cheese. That's why I brought it up.
But the secret to blue cheese, people always unwrap the blue cheese and eat the blue cheese when it's just unwrapped and it's cold and it's just, ugh. It's good, but it's good, if that's a word. So what I recommend for everyone to do is when you have blue cheese, take off the plastic wrap, let it breathe, let it come up to temperature, and taste that blue cheese again. And I don't know if you're a blue cheese fan or not. And
I'll try
that.
Thank you.
That's good. And the two complement each. It's like wine and cheese. They're designed for each other. And you know, people do nuts or apricots or crackers, and cheese is designed to be eaten in so many different variations of ways. It's like building your ultimate cheese board, right?
I can taste the difference in tasting any of these cheeses to what you buy in the grocery store.
You can taste that.
What makes that difference?
I mean, it just shows you the passion of these cheesemakers. When we announced the winners last week in Toronto, you know, to be in that room with passionate people who are passionate about the product, this is 100% Canadian. We're proud Canadians, and we're proud to showcase these fantastic cheeses. And
what I found interesting, I was looking through the list of winners, and I asked you this earlier, a lot of winners are from Quebec, and that has to do with the heritage, right?
That's true. I mean, we had winners. We had 4 from Alberta. We had 4 from British Columbia. So we had a nice cross-section with some beautiful...
cheese from Manitoba.
There we go.
Give a shout out to Bothwell.
Yeah, they were finalists. And brilliant cheese, by the way. Even Ontario. But, you know, Quebec had 13 champions. And yeah, it's the history and the heritage. You know, you take that heritage of cheesemaking, you come over to Canada. It's a very new country. It's a very young country, and reestablish themselves here in Quebec, and they have some beautiful cheesemaking facilities. And that's a cool thing. You can go and look at the finalists. You can go online. We actually built a PDF of all 27 champions, and more information about a grand champion. You can go online to dairyfarmers.ca/Grand Prix, and you can download this PDF. So you can take it to your local cheesemaker and say, I just you know, saw La Liberté, or I just talked about this fantastic bocconcini cheese that you saw on Shaw, and they will bring that in for you. Or tell them to bring it in for you, and that way you get to explore some of these beautiful fantastic cheeses.
And I would highly suggest you do it. Today was an awesome day at work for me, just sampling all these cheeses. Thank you so much, Chef Julian Bond. We'll head over to Tracy Kogo, who will have more from Love Local Manitoba. Again, more delicious food coming up on the show.